Good evening, brothers and sisters. How are you all? It'll be good if we could see face to face, right? It's a long time since we saw each other. But anyway, welcome to today's session on detox practices. This is the second series. And as you all know, these detox practices is actually simple heartfulness practices to help overcome some of the most common emotional patterns and also compulsive habits. Okay, so today's session actually we'll be touching on two additional practices. Now, the last session, I hope many of you would have attended. For the benefit of those who have not, we covered two techniques. Sister Ramni covered two techniques. There is a limb cleaning technique to detox fear, remove the root cause of fear, and then also to detox stress and rejuvenate your mind. Okay, and one more technique Sister Ramani covered was left nostril breathing. This was to detox fear and also to release stress. Okay, so today's session we are going to cover another two techniques. Uh, and of course, our source reference is the book The Way of the Heart, which Ramani referred to. In fact, she showed us how the book looks. So I won't go through that today. But anyway, The Way of the Heart is, this book is something which all of us need to have because it's only, I think we have copies in the ashram. It is going for 5 ringgit only. But it is really a very precious book where all the techniques here, the detox practices are all actually relatively new to all, especially to the Abhyasis. And so I would recommend that all of you actually do get a copy of that if you don't have it yet, because stock at the ashram is, I don't think we have that many books available, but first come, first serve. So for today's session, we'll move on to another two practices. Basically, these two practices are mainly to detox anger. Today we'll focus on to detox anger. Okay. Can you all hear me?
Excuse me, sister.
Uh,
Yeah, just a reminder for all the brothers and sister. Please mute yourself and make.
Brother Rami, Kumar, I think you have muted yourself.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Just a reminder, brothers and sisters. Please mute yourself. That's all. Any question, please put in the chat box. At the end of the talks also, there will be a Q&A session. Thank you. Sister Yogis, you can continue.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, brother. So today's two techniques that we will be doing is, one is the ocean of peace cleaning. These techniques may appear to be new to most people, but actually they are quite simple techniques, simple but very effective, and the impact is really great. Okay, so one is ocean of peace cleaning, and another technique which we'll go through today is restore positivity. How we can restore positivity within ourselves by connecting to the source of everything. Okay, now we'll go into this, but now before we go into the details of these two techniques, as I was telling earlier, these two techniques are specifically, Master has said that we can use this to detox anger, but actually, it could be used in various other situations whenever you need, as and when you need. If you feel that is suitable, you can do it as well. But it's specific and it is to focus on detoxing anger in us. Okay, so now since these two techniques are very important as techniques to actually dissolve our anger, let's look at what this anger does to our system. Let's understand sometimes we don't place much importance to being angry. You just think that it's just like that, then after that you forget about it. But actually it does have a lot of impact on our system. Okay, so it is actually, anger is an emotional reaction that is often expressed outwardly against someone or something. Okay, you always express it outwardly. You're angry with somebody, or you're angry because of somebody. Okay, so the reaction leaves an impression in your field of consciousness. Okay, remember how important this field of consciousness is, and how we are actually in this journey of expanding our consciousness. So this actually it leaves an impression, a reaction on your field of consciousness, and deprives it of its original joyful state, the consciousness of the original joyful state. Now all that it deprives us of that joyful state. Okay, that is one way in which anger can impact our system, but there are so many others as well, which I will just go through in brief. So another thing is it can destroy a happy family, friendship, and peace of mind. Okay, besides leading us into to bitterness and revenge, we get this kind of feeling, no, self-affliction. We lose self-confidence and our self-esteem, and we also can lose our courage, and this brings about feelings of guilt and shame. This can bring about feelings of guilt and shame. So anger, besides that, it also affects your body, your mind, and your heart. Because here, when you're angry, actually it is a contraction of energy manifesting as stiffness. So when the contraction energy, and how you feel, you feel that it brings about stiffness in the body, physical dysfunction, and loss of energy, sensitivity, and awareness. Okay, so there's so many things. I mean, the effect on us is so vast when it is what anger can do to us, right? And also it leads to an uncontrollable flow of energy where we don't have a control over it. Uncontrollable flow of energy through the emotion, through our thought and action, and this leads to leading to energy distortion. It gets distorted, not being used in the correct way. Now, anger can give rise to various health issues as well, okay, such as cardiac problems, prolonged high blood pressure, hormonal disorders, alteration of the immune system, and decrease in concentration, besides many more. So, and furthermore, when you're angry, you do not think clearly. So that does not allow clear thinking, and you are unable to make a right decision. Okay, and this anger destroys the individual peace. Now, in one of Daji's talks, when he says consciousness, when he talks about consciousness, the matters of the body and mind, he says that, this is what he says about anger. If I get angry, he says, if I get angry with someone, for whatever reason, I am using my ego to prevail and to assert myself. That is going to hurt others, and you will also be hurt in the process. So getting angry has made you sad, and it will contract your consciousness. Okay. So the danger, it will contract your consciousness. That's what Daji says. So what we need to do is we have to become fully aware of our anger. Okay, our own anger, we have to become aware of it. By becoming fully aware of your own anger and developing a greater understanding, it is possible to deal with anger effectively and use it as a catalyst for self-growth and self-transformation. Okay. Now, Master, as many of his talks, he has referred to the fact that anger is it's God-given, but we need to use it properly, in the sense that what is that? Anger, actually, we cannot simply lash out at others. We need to, and the proper way of using it is to utilize it for our own self-development. In other words, we must he says, you can get angry with yourself because you have done this and this, which you can identify as a fault of yours, and you can work on it. Okay, so you use it to improve yourself. That's why it is a catalyst for self-growth and self-transformation. Any questions so far? If you have, you can unmute yourself and ask the question. Or you can write it in the chat, as Brother Kumar said earlier. Shall I continue? Okay. So I mentioned earlier, we are going to look at two techniques, and one of which is the ocean of peace cleaning. And we will look into we'll approach this by, we'll look into the theory of it, I'll go through what is it that exactly we need to do, the steps that we need to follow. And later we will, the next step, we will actually do a practical guided session, because we want you all to really do and feel it. You see, and let's see what sort of what you want to share with us after doing this technique. So we go on to the method, what this technique is all about. Before that, let's look at when to use this technique. Okay, you want to dissolve your anger, you use this technique. To clean the impressions in your field of consciousness, the impressions that you acquire over the day. Or you can also to remove emotional patterns and coverings. Okay, this method, this ocean of peace cleaning, can be used for this purpose. Now, how does this technique help to manage your anger? See? So when you clean, the cleaning of the impressions associated with anger restores one's original joyful state. Okay, the soul, qualities of the soul is joyful, happiness, that's your original state. So that you get to go into that original state. So when you clean, what you do is you free yourself from the effects of anger. Okay, so you get rid of the anger from your system. Now, we'll go into this technique itself. So what we will do is that I will do a practical guided session on this. But before that, I think you need to understand what exactly you need to do, so that you can follow through the video later on. So first of all, you have to sit comfortably and you close your eyes. Okay, that's normal for us in when we do meditation, just like when you do meditation, sit comfortably and close your eyes. Now, you imagine you are in a gentle ocean of peace. Imagine that you are in this gentle ocean of peace and the waves are soothing and blissful. Okay, so have that thought. You are in this gentle ocean of peace and the waves that are coming are very soothing and blissful. And you have this thought, a firm thought, that you are immersed in this ocean of peace. That means you are completely submerged in this ocean of peace. Okay? So you are in this gentle ocean of peace and you are submerged into this gentle ocean. You are immersed in this ocean of peace. And the waves that are coming in are actually removing all your coverings, your grossness, and your complexities. So they're removing it on your anger, whatever the effects of the anger on yourself, is all this is being removed. And this we do, you can do it as long as you like, as you can, but no more than 30 minutes. The limit is 30 minutes. Okay, so this technique is clear to you all? Okay, it's a simple one. You sit comfortably, you close your eyes. Now you imagine, set your mind, your thought is, you imagine you're in a gentle ocean of peace and the waves are coming in, they are soothing and blissful. And you are immersed in this ocean of peace, completely submerged into this ocean of peace. And The waves actually are removing all these coverings and making you cleaner and removing all these complexities that is within you. Okay, that is the method. And I will now show you a small clipping, just a 30-second clipping, where it shows you how you're supposed to visualize yourself, yourself in this ocean of bliss, and you have the source. You are being immersed in this ocean of bliss, and how the waves are removing away your complexities. Okay, let's look at this small clipping. It's just a very short. I can actually play it another time, 2 times, just for you all. It's a very quick one. Okay, you are ready for this?
Sit in any posture, which should be comfortable and easy one. Imagine yourself to be merged in the ocean of bliss.
Merged in the ocean of peace. Peace, huh? Please replace the word bliss for peace.
The waves of the ocean of bliss are passing through your entire body, washing away all impurities and
See
grossness
how
from
it
the
is
whole
moving
system.
through your body? Okay, shall I play this again one more time? Okay, you just observe the fact that you are immersed in this ocean of bliss, and the waves are just moving through you and removing the complexities and the grossness and whatever else that needs to be removed.
Sit in any posture, which should be comfortable and easy one. Imagine yourself to be merged in the ocean of bliss.
Ocean of peace.
The waves of the ocean of bliss are passing through your entire body, washing away all impurities and grossness from the whole system.
Okay, did you all get that? So that is when you follow the guided ocean of peace cleaning, this is how you visualize yourself, okay? And feel it from your heart. You have to. Okay, ocean of peace. Please follow this the commands in this video.
Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Imagine that you are in a gentle ocean of peace. The waves are soothing and blissful. Have the firm thought that you are immersed in this ocean of peace, and the waves are removing all your coverings. Do this for as long as you can, but no longer than 30 minutes.
ज्वाइन नहीं हो पा रही हूँ। अभी ज्वाइन थी, फिर क्या हो गया पता नहीं, जतन नहीं गए, क्या गड़बड़ करा।
Okay, that's all. How do you all feel? I mean, I suppose if you are in a state of perturbed state or in a state of anger, the effectiveness will be felt even greater. But nevertheless, how do you all feel? Anybody wants to share what they felt? You can unmute yourself. Any of the participants? No one wants to say anything? Any questions so far? We are now going to move on to the second technique. So before that, do you have any questions regarding the ocean of peace cleaning technique? Okay, then shall we continue on to the next topic, next technique? Restore positivity. Okay, how to restore positivity in us, and this is by connecting to the source of everything. No questions, huh? I proceed, please, huh? Okay. Now, why use this technique? Anger, actually, it leaves an impression on your heart. Okay, so anger leaves an impression on your heart, and though the anger may have passed, you may have forgotten about it, you could have the angry part of you would have passed, but the emotional memory may still remain. And this becomes the seed for a future bout of anger. It doesn't go away for good, that's it. No, it is there, and it becomes the seed for a future bout of anger. This can become a habit. So flooding the heart with higher love, see, can actually dissolve the habit and offer permanent freedom. So this method is actually very useful. You can do it anytime when you feel like you need it, just for a short period. It is over and above. The normal evening cleaning goes on as usual. Huh? This one is something more that you do. So now we will look at this technique, restore positivity. And I'll go through this just like I did the earlier one. I'll just go through the theoretical part. Let's understand the theoretical part, and then we will go through the guided technique to restore positivity. Okay. So here what we do is we gently close your eyes and you feel your body relax. Okay, as the instructions later you follow, this is what you will do. You gently close your eyes and you feel your body relax. Tell your body that your body is relaxed. Feel that you are deeply connected to the source. Put this thought, feel that you are deeply connected to the source. And now, with a humble attitude, you offer your heart. Okay, you're already deeply connected to the source. Now you offer your heart like an empty cup to be filled. Okay, you offer your heart to be filled in a very humble attitude. Humility. The humility needs to be there. And then you feel that any resistance in you is softening. This is the thought that you have. Huh? The resistance is in me is softening. Next, you imagine a feeling of lightness descending into your heart. A feeling of lightness, it's just descending into your heart from above. Okay, this lightness is descending into your heart. Your heart is already connected to the source, and you are now like, your empty cup, you are waiting to receive, right? So this feeling of lightness will gently washing over your entire body. Okay? And the source of light within you is awakening in your heart. Imagine this, have this thought. Now you have this feeling of lightness which is descending from above into your heart, and the source of light is awakening in your heart and is attracting you inward. Something what you do during meditation. No, it's very similar, except there's a little bit additional words put into feeling to generate certain kind of feeling. It is attracting you inwards. Now you rest your attention on this. Okay, the source of light is awakening in your heart. It is attracting you inwards, and you keep thinking about this. Rest your attention on this. So if any thoughts come, let them pass through you, just like in the case of meditation. Just ignore them, let them just go away. You return to the source of light in your heart. And with this thought that it is drawing you inwards. And you allow yourself to become one with it. So you allow yourself to become one with this source of light, which is actually drawing you inwards. And you remain absorbed in this inner embrace with this source of light within you. This oneness feeling that you get for as long as you like. Okay, this is the method. Excuse me. So this is what you follow, and we will now go through the guided technique to restore positivity. Are you all ready to go on to the technique, the practical session? So get ready to actually do the technique, feel the technique. Okay, let's start. Restore positivity, connecting to the source of everything. Follow the commands, please.
Close your eyes very gently and feel your body relax. Feel that you are deeply connected to the source. With a humble attitude, offer your heart like an empty cup to be filled. Feel that any resistance in you is softening. Imagine a feeling of lightness descending into you from above, gently washing over your entire body. The source of light is awakening in your heart. It is attracting you inward. Rest your attention there. If any thoughts come, just let them pass through you. Return to the source of light in your heart. It is drawing you inward. Allow yourself to become one with it. Remain absorbed in this inner embrace for as long as you like.
I heard you're upstairs back balcony. Yeah, I heard you're in the front balcony. Front balcony. they will go and ambush anybody with a dog, and I have to tell them stop. People tell the dog to stop, I'll tell my children stop. Get to stop.
That's all. Okay, that's the second technique for today. Restore positivity, and please do try this from time to time.
So I was really sleepless.
And feel what it does to you, how it helps you, because all these techniques, these detox techniques, are all very effective techniques, and they're quite simple, though done with the heart, the impact is very great. And now I would like to ask you all how you all feel after having done this. What sort of feeling do you get? Anybody want to unmute yourself to answer that question? No one wants to share?
Sister Yogesh?
Yes. Yes, Brenda.
Yes, we have a question. Can we take question now, or you wanna answer it
Can.
now?
If
You can take question.
yeah, because
Okay.
since there's I was hoping there'll be some comments, or you want me to come out of this whole slide first?
No,
Nothing
it's
much.
okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's
it's up to you whether you wanna answer it now, or you can answer it at the end. I have the question now.
Oh, okay. Shall I come out of this first and then we go to the questions?
Can.
Of this PowerPoint presentation?
Yes.
Okay, I just proceed. Actually, we have come to the end. Unless
Okay.
there's somebody who wants to share anything in particular regarding the techniques that we have done. Otherwise, I think we have come to the end of the PowerPoint presentation. Thank you. And okay, now Kumar, how do I come out of this?
Just leave it, sister, like that. It's okay.
Leave it, huh? Okay.
Yeah,
End of slideshow.
it's okay.
I end the show, huh?
Yeah, you can put the first slide. Okay, dear brothers and sisters, if you have any question, put in the chat, or please unmute yourself and you can ask the questions. So, Sister Yogesh, we have a question. Should I?
Yeah, please.
It's from Sister Ishwari. The question is, can we do this restoring positivity technique just before our daily meditation? It seems to be connected somehow.
Okay, like actually these detox practices, from what we know, it is can be done anytime actually, when you feel the need for it. There is no hard and fast rule that you should do it at a particular time, but if your heart says you want to do it before meditation, because before meditation we have so many things that we already need to do in terms of point B, cleaning, then the prayer. But if you feel, you can try it out, as master says, it's experiment. You can experiment and see for yourself. You see how effective you can make a comparison. So I think the ball is at each individual's feet, how you feel from this thing. And because there's no specification, no specifics as to when to do these practices, other rather than when you feel the need that you need to detox your body of these kind of feelings. And this one, although specifically these two techniques are for anger, to dissolve anger, but these techniques actually can be used, to bring about this peace. You're actually bringing in peace into your body. You can actually use it for other purposes as well, I would say. So if you want to use it just before meditation, go ahead and try it and see, and then share with us what you feel, in terms of the impact that it has on you. And that is what I feel. I don't know, Brother Ramesh, is there anything else you want to add on? Hello? Okay. Any other questions?
We will see. We will give time to our brothers and sisters. I have a question, Sister Yogesh.
I hope I can answer that.
Yeah. How many times we can do this in a day? It's cleaning.
You see, if you have, let's say, like this for anger, if you really are in that situation, and when you do it, if you let's say you get angry, you have been for today. Unfortunately, there's so many things that happens that makes you go into this anger mode. Then you can do it because it is for a specific purpose to detox yourself. So, but normally in practice, of course, I don't think this will occur too often in a day, isn't it? So when you come, when that situation arises, I suppose we can use any of these detox practices to detox whatever feelings that is going to what is that, which is not supportive of your spiritual progress, but supportive to your spiritual progress.
Thank you, Sister. Sister Santi saying, I found it very good.
Thank you.
Saying the detox practice is very good.
The practices that have been given, it's very, very useful, and they've done such beautiful videos, and really takes you within, because the way they present and the talk, the voice, it's really useful. The Ocean of Bliss is very beautiful. Yes.
Actually, you do it from the heart. It does something to you. Actually, there'll be so much that you can feel for yourself. Which maybe you may not want to share with others, but nevertheless, the impact is there. On us.
Okay.
I feel that this is very useful for all of us to. Can you hear me? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
yes, brother. Yes, we can hear.
It's very useful for all of us to try, because all of us are confronted with all sorts of stress and emotions, and in a good day. So I think the practice, the ocean of peace and all, will really help us overcome all the challenges that we face. Even in a short while of this course itself, you can feel the effect of peace. I don't know, but when you look to the video itself, you feel so peaceful and tranquil. So thank you for very nice graphics and the illustrations. It's very helpful for also exactly how you are supposed to be immersed in this ocean and see the waves coming. So it's good illustration.
I feel that we need to put this into, you need to test it out for yourself. You should practice it, and then you make your own judgments, how you feel, your record of how you feel, and these are all actually learning curve. It's a learning curve, doing and then learning and experiencing. That's what Master says heartfulness is about. It's an experiment that we do upon ourselves.
Okay, sister, we have another question. From Sister Choi. She asking, how is this different from ad hoc cleaning? How is this different from ad hoc cleaning?
ad hoc, or you would say on the spot emergency cleaning. You're referring to that, I presume.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
So there is a difference, because these are specific. The way you do it, the method is specific. And to like, whereas the other one is like your normal cleaning that you do in the evening. It's just that you do 2 or 3 minutes. You see, the method itself is is different.
Mm-hmm.
So like ad hoc practice, or you see, spot cleaning. Okay, that's what Daji uses, that word, spot cleaning.
Spot cleaning.
And so that again, you use the normal, complexities, impression, impurities, leaving through your back, and then you have then later you bring in the sacred current into your system. That's how you do it. You see, you accelerate, and then you bring in the sacred current into to fill up all the vacuum in your. So that is a different method. The method itself is different. To me, I would look at it that way.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, sister.
Okay.
So we're waiting for question. We're still taking questions.
Mm-hmm.
Please unmute yourself to ask question, or you can put directly in the chat box.
I will be actually in the SRCM Malaysia group. I'll be posting these two guided, ocean of peace cleaning and restoring positivity in the group, so that you can actually refer to it and keep it and do as and when you feel you need to do.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, sister.
Thank you.
So any question, dear brothers and sisters, if you had, please put in the chat box, or you can unmute, or you can share us your experience, anything. I think, Mr. Yogis, we will wait for another 5 minutes, and I leave it to you.
Yeah.
You can end once.
Maybe we give it a couple of minutes.
Yes.
Because we see whether there are any questions. Otherwise,
Sure.
we can call it a day.
Just
End the
one
session.
more.
Okay, please.
Just looking at your slide, could you just elaborate a little bit of what you mean by compulsive habits?
Compulsive habits. Compulsive habits, is it?
Yeah. What do you in your slide? I see the common emotional patterns and compulsive habits. Besides anger, what are the compulsive habits that you are referring to?
Habits. The compulsive habits are that it comes on just like that. There's no plan, the pattern. So it is just you come across these habits which it depends and it differs from person to person. What sort of compulsive? It's also, then again, it's your character formation, I would say. What kind of compulsive habits? Compulsive is that comes on just spontaneously, sort of thing. Anything you can. I would look at it that way, lah. There's no specific pattern. Compulsive, it just comes on. spontaneously, something which not necessarily it has to be bad all the time, but anyway, for detox purposes, of course, we are cleaning off the negativity or whatever that is detrimental to our spiritual progress, to give us that peace, for us to get in touch with the qualities of the soul, the spiritual qualities that Master wants us to develop. So these are, I would, anybody wants to explain it better than me? Compulsive, that means it just comes on, just like that. You feel like doing it, is it?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think it's also about regarding our habits. Like it's something that we are doing without we are knowing it. We used to doing it, like for example, anger. We always used to be angry every time, even for small things. I think this kind things we call it as a compulsive habit.
Something that spontaneously comes upon, which you sometimes don't have control over. And like it also has very much to do with our own character formation, because character formation is is upon us to work on. Master says in inner spiritual conditions he gives, but character formation is equally very important, because your spiritual progress depends very much on it as well. So you have to persevere and work on yourself to develop this the positive character formations.
Yes, I used to hear that Master Daji has said last time he was have a anger management issue.
Mm-hmm.
I think when he was young, and I think everyone has these some sort of emotional patterns.
Yeah. But it is all also these desires or wishes, all this has an impact on that, why we have such emotional disturbances or emotional behavior. So it is all boils down to this desires and wishes. So as Babaji's famous thing, more and more, less and less.
I just this is just on the word compulsive. Compulsive is actually something that we have habitually. It becomes so much part of us that unconsciously, even without thinking, it jumps up to the fore. When we are irritated, we get angry. So compulsive habits are deep rooted, and it is there in us, and so that is why we need to do these practices to kind of
Balance.
to remove it, to as much as possible to remove. So compulsive habits, we may not realize it, but maybe the others can observe it in us, that when something comes, just like a compulsive habit, maybe it's not just an example, like someone who likes to pull his ears or twist his hair, that kind of so deep rooted that you don't notice it but others notice. So in this case it will be those that contribute or give rise to anger in you. So that could be referred to as compulsive habits, and these techniques will help to kind of overcome it.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Ramni.
All the clarification. Thank you.
So let's see. Okay. Sampo.
Any more questions? Brother Rami, Brother Kumar, any in the chat box?
I don't see, but Sister Choi that she she's sharing that common activities that develop into the compulsion include shopping, hoarding, eating, gambling, and
eating is one, I
exercise.
think. Compulsive eating.
Yeah, though some behaviors are easy to overindulge in others, in reality, nearly any behavior has a potential to become a compulsion. Thanks, Sister Choi, for the
explanation. Yeah, thank you, sister.
eating is a compulsive.
Yeah, when
That's
you
a very
keep on
hard.
eating, when you're not hungry, so keep on eating. When
So
you have
biryani
choices,
with
good.
some. I saw biryani with some veggies. I cannot stop myself from eating.
Okay, are we going to call this? Are we going to end the session? If there are no more questions?
No more questions, sisters.
No more questions, huh?
We can end
Okay,
this.
Thank
okay.
you.
So we now come to the conclusion of our session, and we'll be going next month. There'll be another 2 techniques we'll be going through. So please join us, and let's share. And unfortunately, we can't. I know it's in a face-to-face. The interaction is better. Like this. Of course, but this is the best we can do, right? Under the circumstances. So with that, thank you very much for all your patience, for listening to what I have to say, and for sharing. Thank you.
Thank you, sister, for the wonderful talks.
Uh,
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, brother and sister, for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.